Boys, I'm back. Now let's do it. This is my third attempt trying to make a video. My phone really isn't really a friend of mine. It's really fighting. But I'm in the book of Isaiah today, and we're just gonna be talking about how God's children are oppressed. God's children are oppressed by the enemy in this world, and how God is gonna recompense us for those who endure. Jesus Christ overcame all, and He wants us to overcome all as well. As many people in this world, they dabble in pure wickedness and they oppress people. They lean on things that's not of God, and they get their possessions through evil, and they oppress other people to get it. So this is what I'm really talking about. So we can start from Isaiah 57, and we can start from verse 6. We're gonna start from 3. He says, but draw near hither, ye sons of the sorcerers, the seed of the adulterer and the whore. Against whom do ye sport yourselves? Against whom make ye a wild mouth, and draw also the tongue? Are you not children of transgression and seed of falsehood? So of course, sorcerers, that's dabbling in craft. So God's salvation, His righteousness, is going to prevail on behalf of His children all over the world. So the whole world is, of course, under demonic oppression because of Satan, of course. And he's using his agents as hard as he can. And he's been doing that for I don't know how long. So he said, whom do you support yourselves? Against whom make ye a wild mouth? So a wild mouth is a person that's really like talk with with pride, arrogancy, stubbornness. It says and draw the tongue. So when you draw the tongue, that's you kind of picture a harlot. It's like a person that's really has no self respect for themselves. It says, are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood? It says, inflaming yourself with idols. So inflaming themselves with idols, things that's not of God. So these people have idols that they worship, but they don't worship God. It says, let me see. I'm gonna pour down. Let me see. It says, upon a lofty high mountain hast thou set thy bed, even thither wentest thou up to offer sacrifice. It says, behind the doors, also in the posts, hast thou set up thy remembrance, for thou hast discovered thyself to another than me. So he's talking about these people that discover themselves to other things, other spirits that's not spirit of God. You don't give yourself to the Holy Spirit, but you give yourself to, whatever spirit you're dabbling with, because if you're not dealing with God, you're dealing with something else. So these people are in cahoots with other spirits, and those same spirits that they dabbling with is going to destroy them at the end. And it says behind the doors, also in the post hast thou set up the remembrance, for thou hast discovered thyself to another than me, and art gone up. Thou hast enlarged thy bed, and made thee a covenant with them. Thou lovest their bed where thou sawest it. Thou wentest to the king with ointment, and didst increase thy perfumes, and didst send thy messenger for all, and didst debase thyself, even as hell. So I don't want, when they talk about the ointment, that could be any type of ointment that they use, and it says, and didn't increase their perfumes. So that sounds like a woman that's really, decked out with silver, bracelets, earring. There could be so many people women that dabble in like trickery, trying to get everything they want out of men through manipulation, through domination, through intimidation, and through lies. And it says, there are weary in the greatness of thy way, yet sittest thou not. There is no hope. Thou hast found the life of thy hand. Therefore there was not grieved. And of whom hast thou been afraid or fear? So these people that are like this, they don't fear God. They're not afraid of doing these things. That's abomination. And it says, has not remembered me, nor laid it to the heart. Have not I held my peace even of old? So God is like, have I not held my peace even though you're doing this wickedness? And it says, and thou fearest me not. So God's like, you don't fear me, and you would at the end they're gonna fear him. And it says, I will declare my righteousness and thy works, for they shall not profit thee. So the work of idle hands, it will not profit them. It says, when thou criest, let thy companies deliver thee. So he like whatever you was using, whatever you was putting your faith in, whatever you was giving yourself up to, you go to that. You get your help from that, not me, since you wanna disrespect me by doing what you're doing. It says, but the wind shall carry them away. Vanity shall take them. But he that putteth his trust in me shall possess the land and shall inherit my holy mountain. So that's even far as people who think money is gonna keep them safe from destruction. Because of course, God is gonna only let a certain amount of wickedness to keep going on. You know, God is tired of it. It's grieving him. And his children are in pain. Everyone's in pain everywhere. And if anybody is displaying like they're not in pain, they are a liar. Someone everywhere, someone is hurting because of something. And if someone is not hurting, that just means they're the devil. And it says, let me see. It says when it says yeah, basically said those that put their trust in the Lord, they will possess the land and shall inherit His holy mountain. It says, and shall he say, cast ye up, prepare the way, take up the stumbling block out of the way of my people. So wicked people, the wicked spirits of this world are using people to be a stumbling block before the children of God. So God is like, move, cast the stumbling block out of the way of my people. For thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in high and holy place with them also that is of a contrite and humble spirit. So God, his eyes on the righteous all day. I mean, he sees his eyes on the evil too. It's a scripture about that. It says his eyes are even on the evil people. So he sees both, but he caters to the righteous. So he's gonna deliver those that are a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, to revive the heart of the contrite ones. Those that have been walking righteous but still suffering, while still walking, still trying to take the narrow, straight is the way, narrow the gate, which leads to life. And those that take the wide, the wide, which leads to destruction. And says, for I will not contend forever, neither will I always be wroth, for the spirit shall fail before me on the souls which I have made. So of course we all are suffering because of things we brought upon ourselves, or even because of the foundation we might be in, or the people that we dabble with, and those same spirits that you were around, they might be afflicting you because you're not a part of that circle of friends anymore. So God is like, I won't contend forever. Says, neither will I always be wroth. So he won't always be mad. He's gonna deliver us after a while. We're all being purged through the affliction all over the world. And the ones that are not being afflicted, that means they're not doing something right. It says, for the spirit shall fail before me, and the souls which I have made, for the iniquity of his covetousness was a rock. And I smote him. I hid me. So God is like, I hid my face. So of course that's like when Adam and Eve, when their eyes were open, they were ashamed. So they hid themselves. So that's why when God entered the garden, he was like, where are you? So that's the thing. When we are ashamed of ourselves because of what we did, it's like we walk away from God. So we don't feel honorable to even go to church anymore. We don't feel honorable to pray to him, ask him to even ask for can you help me? Can you deliver me? God is like, don't hide yourself. So he said, I was wroth, I smote. He said, for the iniquity of his covetousness, I was wroth and smote. I hid me, and I was wroth. I was angry. And he went on frowardly in the way of his heart. So frowardly, it sounds like you're frowning. So as he went on his way frowardly, so in shame, and shame of his heart. And I've seen his ways, and I will heal him. So God sees your ways, even when you might have made a mistake. Even after you repent, you might have repented, and you're still going through whatever you're going through. So you got to go through the process. So we're going through the process of the affliction, and it says, He said, I will heal him, I will lead him also, and restore his comforts unto him and to his mourners. So I create the fruit of the lips, peace, peace to him that is far off, and to him that is near, said the Lord, and I will hear him. So, but the wicked are like the troubled sea, when they cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. So the wicked that are oppressing people, it can be your own neighbor that's oppressing you. It can be your own friend oppressing. It can be your own. Uh, it can be a different racial group of people that's not your color oppressing you. It can be your own old friends oppressing you through abuse, through lies. Said, but verse 21 says, "There is no peace, says my God, to the wicked." So most likely, these people that are doing these things, they don't have no peace. You know, when a person doesn't have no peace, and they really got the spirit of madness. So these people are driven to basically like hurt people and destroy people. So it's really these people. Imagine a wicked person can't even. They don't go to sleep. When you sleep, when the children of God are living a life of humbleness, even though they've been afflicted, God gives them the grace to still go to sleep. Versus the wicked, they don't go to sleep. Their mind is set on how to destroy someone. Most wicked people, it's written in the Bible. Wicked people don't go to sleep until they have done mischief. So God is like, there's no peace, said my God to the wicked. There's really no peace. And God's children, He gives us grace to have peace, even in the bread of affliction, water of affliction. I mean, so yeah, yeah. And I got one more scripture, a few more scriptures. Can't even find it. I don't know where it went. Don't even know where it went. But yeah, just know if you're going through it, someone else is going through it. God's children going through it all over the world, all over the world. So pray for everybody who's trying to keep faith. You know, you got some people living in a reality as if the world is really sweet and dandy. That's one thing I can tell you. But you got another certain people that's their eyes are open, and most people their eyes are open, trying to allow God to redeem them, to purge them. It seems that the world is really a place that they don't enjoy. And to be honest, this world is not for God's children. So like those people that are of the world, they will be left behind. And if you ever heard of the 3 days of darkness, they're gonna be left behind in those times, and they're gonna endure. And we don't know the exact time of that 3 days of darkness. So God bless you guys. Peace.